No spring chickens, height the same, 160, 140.
For the Estrada Gonzalez fight, but here now, scheduled for 10, round 1, Sithmorseng in the yellow and gold, and taking on Kwantai, former world champion himself from back in 2010, campaigning now at super flyweight. Of course, won his world title at strawweight, or minimum weight. Sithmorseng, the southpaw.
Yeah, those heavy shots will come in soon. I think it's a matter of how Kwantai can either evade those shots, and if he can't evade them, how well he takes them.
I don't believe he'll be able to evade them, and I don't know how well he'll take them. But Sithmorseng will rev his engine now, in slowly but surely, and he's going to use this fight. Of course, he's mandatory for the winner of tonight's Gonzalez and Estrada fight.
Does he want to finish this fight early to put him on everybody's minds before the big fight, the big unification tomorrow, or does he want to get some rounds and just test himself?
I think the latter. I think he'll want to get some rounds in, and he might look to end the fight around the mid. But, okay, not taking any credit away from Kwantai, he'll probably have a game plan of his own, but we'll see how effective that game plan will be against a global superstar, which Sithmorseng is. Sithmorseng, 34 years of age. It's monumental year for him this year. He is going to face the winner of tonight's fight between Gonzalez and Estrada. That's a given. There's talk of it maybe around August, September.
Some crisp shots getting through there, rocking the head back of Kwantai. I think it's a matter of time before those shots start picking up in power and ferocity.
And it's all about how ruthless he wants to be in his approach here. He gets paid whether he fights 1 or 10 rounds. It all depends on the mentality, the mindset. He's fighting today at 115 pounds.
A few shots getting through by Kwantai. I feel it's as if Rungvisai just wants to feel a few shots, absorb something. Nothing affecting him. Got him in the corner there, taking it fairly easy. Yeah.
Kwantai is going to have to start moving. I know he's 38 years of age. The legs probably not there anymore as what they used to be, but this is the opening round. He can't just stand there and take punishment from Sithmorseng, because Sithmorseng will just keep building and building and building and then unleash fury.
He had him in the corner there, and he just wanted to try some things out. He's going to get a few good rounds, as you said, in here. Already Kwantai panting from some of those body shots, breathing heavily.
Yeah, you're getting hit by a steam train there.
He's a serious puncher.
I think that's the single biggest trait that Sithmorseng saw Rungvisai handing down on him. This is the main event. This is live. We're live at the WorkPoint Studios Stadium here in the outskirts of Bangkok. Sithmorseng saw Rungvisai, global boxing star, former 2-time WBC super flyweight king, taking on former world champion Kwantai. Scheduled for 10. Let's see if the former WBC champion allows it to go 10 rounds. Will Kwantai find something here to negate this continuous onslaught?
As you mentioned, he's trying to think in there, but every time he does, he's just getting out-thought. It's going to be an uphill battle for him here. Tough task against the former 2-time champ, who hopefully this year will get his shot to become a 3-time champ.
He will get his shot. Whether or not he takes it and wins it, only time will tell. And the interesting fact here is these punches are maybe 30-40% of his power.
And yeah, I was going to say, and you can still hear them. Without a crowd here, you can hear every single shot landing.
And I don't care who you are, even if you're Chuck Norris, these punches are going to take effect because they're continuous and they're relentless.
Walked into that. Big shots coming up here.
Kwantai's got to keep his hands up. Easy for me to say that sitting here ringside, but he's taking a lot of early shots. Too many shots in the first round. It's continuing here in the second.
And the gears have not been stepped on still.
He's probably still in first gear. Yeah. Without being disrespectful to Kwantai, Sithmorsen's probably still in second. Trying to find second now.
Yes, I believe so. 100%. In fact, once he's left those shots, you see him pulling off that little bit.
And interestingly enough, when we spoke to him after the weigh-in yesterday, he said he feels good. He made 114.7, comfortable inside the 115-pound super flyweight limit, comfortable. And he said he feels good. And again today, when he's getting his hands wrapped, we had a brief chat with him, didn't want to interfere in his setup too much, but he said he feels good. He's looking forward to this shaking off the cobwebs and getting in. And then he's looking forward to tomorrow night, or tonight, watching, depends on where you are in the world, to watching Estrada and Gonzalez, knowing he has the winner next.
Those combinations are coming through, and this is an ex-world champ. This is a current Thai champ. This is a fighter with so much experience coming into this, and so Rungvisai is just playing as he wants, doing what he needs to do. I think we'll see those shots picking up within the next few rounds.
Yeah, he's got to find something here. He's got to, like they're just telling him, keep breathing, keep moving, keep letting the hands go, and keep working the combinations over the 3 minutes. Don't take your foot off the gas. Step on the gas gradually, build it slowly.
I think we can see the punch volume and the punch power has picked up here in the third round. You see these shots you said before, 30-35%. I think we're looking more like 50 now. It's getting up through that gears. He's found his second gear. Still nothing like full tempo though.
A shake of the head there of Kwantai. I think he's didn't realize the power that and the relentless power that these punches have. And again, I'm going to reiterate, they're not even at 50% right now. We can say that with authority. We're sitting here ringside. We've seen Sithmorseng in pretty much all his fights for the last 10 years, up close and personal.
Just not sure how much more of this Kwantai can take or will want to take. It's not a comfortable place to be in at the moment.
So early in the fight as well. It's, you know, does he see a way out in terms of he's got to start moving? He's just standing there.
He's nodding, acknowledging he's superior opponent against him.
You know what this does do? It does, when you look at Sithmorseng, he looks good at 115 again in terms of, not the competition, just looks healthy.
Yes.
He looks very healthy, and I think that's going to be a good sign. 3-4 months down, it all depends on how the fight is. Estrada and Gonzalez in tonight. No one gets hurt, no one gets badly cut. If you win the fight, get cut, could delay the anticipated fight with Sithmorseng, whoever wins that fight. I think they're looking at September, August. Sithmorseng looks good. He looks healthy.
He does.
Looks strong.
He was a bit sluggish at the heavier weights in those fights against Amnat, starting off early. It took him time to get through the gears, but he looks prime here today.
You got to appreciate that power. He's literally 2 feet from us right now.
Oh, takes a knee. It's been relentless there.
Kwantai just looked at his corner and just shook his head. I think he's had enough, literally and figuratively.
He's going to bravely carry on, but I don't think we'll see too much more of this. So uppercuts, so much power. Clap is going, it's right at the end of this third round. Oh, it's got caught with a massive shot there. Oh, took some big...
His trainer just said, just going to look at his eye. He just called over the referee. The eye is closing, so I think we might see the end of this fight. Yeah, that's it. Good decision. For the health of the boxer, good decision. And I know we'd all have liked to see Sithmorseng or Rungvisai go a little longer in this fight, but your health is your wealth. Even as a boxer, you got to protect yourself. A good decision by his corner team to call over the referee, and the referee has officially taken the decision without consulting with the ringside doctor. Good call, good decision. Protect the health of the fighter.
Yeah, I think we all knew what was coming within that next round, and that's never pleasant to see a fighter in that type of situation. But a good workout, and yes, against a very experienced pro, even though outclassed, he looked sharp, as you mentioned. Very powerful at this weight, very sharp.
Just as we're going through that highlight reel there, the ringside doctor is just taking a look at Kwan Tai, checking the damage in the left eye. Kwan Tai saying, yeah, he can see it through it clearly, but he just feels like there's a lot of pain. And of course, the correct decision was made to call a halt to that bout. What do you learn from Sisaket, if anything, from those 4 rounds?
He's definitely good when he's at the correct weight, when he stays within the weight limit. The few fights before he was over, he was sluggish to start with. There was nothing sluggish about that, only that he chose to be. The power is the last thing that goes anyway, and he's got that power in abundance.
I think motivation. Sorry to interrupt you, Joe. I think motivation too. He said himself those 2 warm-up fights at 122 and 120 was difficult for him because he didn't really have something at the end of them to look forward to, because the uncertainty with the coronavirus situation and when he could fight.
Yes.
And you know, to get back on track to fight for the WBC World title. But he has, no matter what happens, he's going to face the winner of Estrada Gonzalez tonight.
Well, before that fight, it was a question. We had to kind of pose the question, if he gets through today, because we have to pose those questions. Anything can happen, but he has got through, and now he knows that he will be fighting the winner of that fight.
Yeah, and the motivation was there today. I think the motivation was clear yesterday. When he came on the scales yesterday, he hit just under the 150 limit the first attempt, came in, rocked up, took off his tracksuit, was once just under 115. There's the motivation right there. And he said afterwards, I'm ready for Estrada, I'm ready for Gonzalez. Yes,